Jays lose 5-4 in the middle game of a 3-game set against the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee. Fire Yusei Kikuchi directly into the sun. It's very telling and completely on brand that the Milwaukee Brewers stopped scoring runs the very second that Yusei Kikuchi came out of the game. I mean, I've tried to be patient, I've tried to be positive, I understand that this is going to be a long-term process, but things are too tight in the American League East right now. We used to have a bit of a gap between us and, say, Boston or Tampa. We don't anymore. They're right there. And it used to be, 110 games left in the season. It's not anymore. There are 90 games left in the season. We have to start thinking about how many games we're willing to leave on the table while we try to let Yusei Kikuchi figure it out. At this point, he's had 14 starts in this season. That's a fair number. That's about half a season's worth of work. The Blue Jays have won 4 of them. That's not enough. So let him figure it out somewhere. Put him in the bullpen or put him on the IL with the same kind of succitis disease that Trevor Richards has right now. Do something to get him to work something out, not in a big league game. Because clearly right now he has this inability to trust his fastball. He just won't do it. He got the first batter of the game mostly on fastballs. Christian Yelich, a pretty good hitter, not as good as he used to be, but still a pretty good hitter, got him largely with the fastball, and then refused to throw his fastball again for the rest of the inning. He got scored on. In the second inning, again, he nibbled and nibbled and nibbled. He used his fastball effectively a few times, got a couple strikeouts with it, and then went back to nibbling and got hit around and got scored on. Comes back out to face one batter in the third inning, Mike Brasso. Not exactly Barry Bonds out there. He throws one off-speed pitch. Gone. Kikuchi is not unique. Kikuchi has a fastball that is his best pitch, and he should work off of that and have the breaking balls, the sliders, the off-speed stuff should follow the fastball to differentiate from the fastball coming from the same arm slot to change up hitters' timing. This is not rocket science. This is pitching. People have been doing it for more than 100 years. We kind of have an idea what an effective form of pitching looks like. You need to have your fastball going if you're a pitcher like Kikuchi. There's like a handful of guys who can succeed in the big leagues with nothing but sliders and breaking balls. And you ain't it, you say, until he figures out how to get over this mental block that he has, wherein he gets 5 or 6 pitches into the game and then just refuses to trust his fastball anymore. Until we get past that, he can't help us. Something's got to happen here. Other than Yusei Kikuchi, this game was loaded with positives. I actually really, really liked a lot I saw from the Blue Jays here in this game, except for Yusei Kikuchi, who was enough to sink the team all on his own. First, Trent Thornton, another solid outing. I don't even know, man. What kind of world are we living in? What kind of timeline are we living in? This guy is now like our most reliable bullpen option now that Garcia's on the IL. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Whatever, he did great. I'm not going to complain about it. That's fine. It's just, oof. And then Maximo Castillo comes out for his second piece of work. His first one was against the Yankees, and yeah, that didn't go so well, but, not much goes well against the Yankees these days for anybody, so, get in line, Max. But then he came out today and looked absolutely dominant. 4 shutout innings, tons of strikeouts, lots of soft contact. They couldn't square him up. I don't know if this was an out-and-out audition for Yusei Kikuchi's rotation spot, which I gotta believe is now suddenly open, but I would be willing to give Maximo a shot there. He looked great, and what's more, he's already stretched out, and he would line up nicely for another start in 5 days, which would be Kikuchi's start. That seems to make sense to me, especially because I don't think the Blue Jays have too many other options right now. There's not too many other guys that were on the 40-man roster that they could pull up to give that a whirl. And you can't have it just be a bullpen day because we're already missing our actual long man. Oof. Damn it, Yusei, you've put the Blue Jays in such an awful spot here. It's not like they haven't been patient. It's not like they haven't given you tons of rope. You've just absolutely refused to make any kind of positive adjustment, no matter how many times your own experience shows you the way forward. You refuse to do it. At this point, it is entirely a voluntary suckitude. I can't fathom it. I can't abide it. It can't continue. On the offside of the ball, it was Corbin Burnes. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's one of the guys I name-dropped in my season preview video at the beginning of the year. I said, man, Corbin Burnes is really good. He just won the Cy Young. I think he's a favorite to win it again. Nothing I have seen this year from him, tonight or otherwise, has said any different to me. This guy is real, real good. pitching deep into the 8th inning, lots of strikeouts, lots of soft contact. The only one who seemed to be able to square him up at all is Matt Chapman, who is starting to look real good at the plate right now. That's an exciting development. But no, he had a great day. But despite facing a Cy Young Award winner at the height of his powers, the Blue Jays were able to do enough damage to him, home run here, a home run there, an RBI ground out there, to be able to bring the tying run to the plate multiple times over the end of the game, and that's really all you can ask for. This seemed like a mismatch game, and it was, but the Blue Jays still managed to keep it close because they had really great at-bats throughout, and they were able to wear Burns down just a little bit. They were able to get to Josh Hader at the end with an RBI single from Lourdes Gurriel. That's wonderful. I think there was an awful lot to like about the Blue Jays offense there, and so much of what didn't work is mostly because, yeah, they're facing an elite pitcher. That happens sometimes. Like, honestly, if Charlie had pulled Yusei after 2 innings and decided he just didn't have it and was refusing to use his fastball and didn't send him out there to start the 3rd in an effort to extract more innings out of him, I understand why he did. But if he hadn't, Brasso might not have hit that home run, and then instead of a 5-4 final, it's a 4-4 tie, and who knows what happens after that. Now, Charlie doesn't have a crystal ball. He can't know that Brasso is going to hit a home run there, and he can't know that, well, maybe he could know that Yusei Kikuchi was absolutely useless in that scenario. But I understand his desire to try to extract more innings. That makes sense to me. It just really sucks because this loss is entirely on Yusei Kikuchi, and this is not the first time that's happened. There needs to be a change here, and it seems like an obvious one. So, I don't know who starts in 5 days. It might be Max Castillo, it might be Tommy Hatch, it might be Trent Thornton. It should not be Yusei Kikuchi. For the love of God, it's time to make an adjustment. It gets late early, as Yogi Berra said, and that is very, very true this year. With the emergence of the Cleveland Guardians as a legitimate threat to make the playoffs, all of a sudden, there are 7 good teams in the American League. That means that 1 good team is going to miss the playoffs. It had better not be us. And one of the best ways for it to not be us is let's not continue to throw good starts after bad. Shall we? Okay, that's it for me. I'm a little bit too hot to... Yeah, I need to move on from this game. Thank you very much for watching this video and this channel. I will see you tomorrow afternoon for the final of this series, which is Jose Barrios going up against, I heard Chichi Gonzalez, who we saw during the Twins series way back when. The Blue Jays should have beat the mess out of them last time, and they didn't. Hopefully they remembered something from that last time so they can definitely do it tomorrow, because we should win this series. That would be a really good idea. I will see you all tomorrow afternoon.